Awesome to have you with us with the 7-minute Entre Results interview. Amazing to have Dr. Twanna Carter with us today. Dr. Carter, how are you today?
I am great, Jared. Thanks for the opportunity to sit and chat with you.
My pleasure. Let's jump right in. What is your coaching focus, Dr. Carter?
So my coaching focus is high achieving professional women who may have a little anxiety and a little doubt about transitioning career. Some of them have a little doubt about going for that promotion, or they've been doing the same thing for a minute and they want to do that 180-degree shift and they're a little nervous about that. And so those are the kinds of women that I love to work with because that's where I was almost 30 something years ago.
That is a great story, how you came from that and you serve other people. How do you specifically help your clients? Go into a little bit more depth with that.
So what I do specifically is I actually give women the courage and confidence to take that leap into that new path. And so the path that they choose, because sometimes women are in paths that someone else said it would be good, or you will do X, or I have to take care of my family, or I have to follow my spouse. And so it's really helping them choose what they want to do next. I help them to become excited about that. And I then also support them to define what their purpose is so that they feel more fulfilled in what they're doing. And the biggest thing that I do is I empower them to recognize and communicate their unique value, because sometimes women, we've done things for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. We're like, well, anybody can do it. I do that in my sleep. And we lose sight of what value we have. In order to get a new position, you've got to convince that hiring manager, that recruiter, of what your value is. And I don't like for women to like, well, maybe this, maybe that, it could be, I'm not sure. I like for them to walk in confident, knowing this is a value I bring to you. This is what I can do for you. And then I also teach them to have just unshakable belief in their own skills and abilities.
You have such a great track record. The proof is in the pudding. You've helped so many people, and I see all these just excited people out there, testimonials out there. And I know it's still a challenge being a coach sometimes too. And you've learned a lot as you've gotten to this point of certainly the top tier of coaches in the US and probably throughout the world. But what is your biggest challenge as a coach?
So my biggest challenge is time management, right? I run 2 businesses and I'm a helper in both my businesses. I'm a helper. So I want to help everybody. And it's understanding that time management means that you spend time helping other people, but you spend time doing self-care. And so that's a big thing. Yes, it's 2 businesses, full practices, but it's knowing when to take that step back to work on self, to be sure I'm looking at the new stuff coming out, to be sure that I'm okay, to be sure that I'm okay with my connections. And so time management is like the biggest challenge that I face from a day-to-day basis.
That is fair. You and many other people in this world in which we live. And thanks for sharing that. I know it's been a joy, obviously, to get to know you and see just all of your continued success. How do you know us? How do you know Entre Results? How do you know me?
So I left my 6-figure job last year, February 2021. And one of the things that I didn't get to do because I was working full time and I was in a vault, so I couldn't talk, I couldn't see people. I didn't do any networking with other coaches. And so I was zooming through when someone invited me. I don't even know who it was. And I thought, man, I don't have time for that. I was like, no, no, no. Hey, you're into networking now. You can do that. And I saw Coach Connect and I was like, maybe it's a good thing. We'll go to one of these and see. And I was especially taken by that. If you don't show up, you owe us $250. But if you show up, it's free.
Yes.
Because I have a habit of double booking my calendar, and I had to make a note. You cannot double book this slot. It ended up being such a wonderful decision to go. It was such an easy way of networking. I'm an introvert. I have social anxiety, so I don't like huge crowds of people. So I've never liked going there and seeing all the strange people. But it was a very easy connection with Coach Connect. Meeting with people. I loved how you put us in rooms with different people to chit chat for a few minutes. And for my little mind, I could, that worked for me. And I thought, okay, he's got this other thing. This is pretty good. Let me go back to this one. And I'm glad I went to a faster results, and I decided to hire you on as my coach because of going to that meeting.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And I could ask you this question and give you 2 hours and just soak in your wisdom, because I've learned obviously so much from you as well. But maybe final question would be any recommendations you have for other coaches, and or kind of final recommendations for the clients that you serve?
Absolutely. My first business I did it through the School of Hard Knocks and Learn. I didn't ask anybody. I didn't have a coach. I didn't do anything. And it took me 8 years till I was able to pay myself. But at year 7, I had a coach. And so I was able in that first business to pay myself. And then in my second business, after I hired a coach, I was able to pay myself within that first 1 to 2 years. Hiring a coach really means you're not on that journey by yourself. Yes, it's your business, you're an entrepreneur, you're responsible for all the things, but you don't really have to journey by yourself. And that's what I do as a coach. Yes, we want a career transition, and some of my ladies, about 75%, end up becoming entrepreneurs, but you don't have to take that journey on your own. I would say make sure that you're networking with the people who are doing what you want to do or who have done what you wanted to do. So yes, you have folks that are adjacent to you that you're getting inspiration from, but you have folks who are a few steps ahead of you because they were inspired you to move forward and motivate you to push forward.
Awesome. Dr. Carter, you're a blessing to me and to hundreds and even thousands of other people you serve. Thanks for being with us today. And thank you guys for listening. Have a better than amazing day.